Okay, so we are recording, and so thank you again for taking time out of your busy day before the weekend to view this webinar. And one last time, today's webinar is going to be on product attributes. So what you see in front of you, or what you should see on the screen, is the forward-facing part of the site. So this is what the customer sees. I'm actually working from just a training site that I've created. But your customer will be able to come onto the page or the home page, and they'll be able to search products. They can do either a keyword search up here at the top, or they can come into specific categories of products or enter into products that are maybe displayed on your home page. For instance, if they check in or click onto that product there, the travel mug, that will take them into the product details area so that your customer can see the full details of that product. Within the product details area, you'll see a description of the product along the right-hand side. You'll also see the colors that that product comes in and sizes, as well as any print type or imprint method available for that product. Today, what we're going to do is we're actually going to add various product attributes to products. And then once we do that, we'll come back into this product detail area, and you'll be able to see how those product attributes are applied to specific products so that customers can make those selections when checking out or placing an inquiry on your site. So I'm actually going to be working from this particular mug that we have displayed. So I'm going to quickly write down this product code for future reference, which is 210465. Okay, so again, we were just in the area where your customers are going to be able to see various products and search products on your website. For today's webinar, in order to add and edit product attributes, we're going to need to enter into the management area. To do that, you just place a /manage on the end of the website URL. I'm already logged in, so I'm going to just click on Management Console, and that'll take me to the back end or the management admin area of the website. So from here, this is your home screen in the management area. Again, this is for your eyes only. If you need to create product attributes, you just need to come up into products, and then I think it's, the sixth one down is attribute groups. So we're going to click on attribute groups. Now, if I had set up any attribute groups, they would be listed here. So you can see some that have already been created in more of a test or a training mode, so that you can see there are buttons, color, light. So there's various attributes that you can create. Okay, so just an example of some of the ones that are already created. Now, if I want to edit an existing attribute group, I just come into Edit, and that allows me to edit this area here, which are the attributes associated with this attribute group called Buttons, titled Buttons, so that you have buttons is the parent or the grouping of attributes, and then the ones that fall within there are black buttons, blue buttons, white buttons. So it allows the customer, probably in this situation, to choose the color of button they want to apply to the product that they're selecting. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new attribute. And the way we do that is we're going to go up to Products, back into Attribute Groups, but this time we're going to use this button up here at the top, New Attribute Group. The first thing you need to do is create the group that you're going to put these attributes in. So we're going to click on New Attribute Group, and we're going to create a new group. And I'm going to make something up here. Why don't we, we're going to be applying it to that mug. So why don't we do something about maybe the trim. I think that was already an attribute group, but we can do think embellishment might only have, okay. Or you know what? We'll just do customization. And the screen title will be customization. Now, there is not a parent. This is actually the group. So we're going to leave the parent as none. It's not a parent of anything. And then the order, we're just going to do one. And we can make this a mandatory selection so that the customer has to choose it. And we can make it active. So in this case, let's just make it mandatory and we'll make it active. And then we'll hit save. So we've created the group. Now we need to add some selections to that group, and those would be the attributes. So down here you see the new attributes. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on new attribute, and the attribute title is going to just be, maybe we do stainless steel, and we'll do an order 1. And we'll make that active. Now, if there was an association as far as an upcharge for that feature or that attribute, we can key that in there. So if we wanted to say, if you choose stainless steel, that's going to be $2 more, we can put that base price of that particular attribute. I'm going to leave it blank. I'm just going to make it more of a selection, but you can definitely put in the prices that are associated with the attributes. And we're going to click save. And the next one, we're going to do another attribute, and this time we'll do gold. Gold plated. And order is 2, and price if we wanted to, and save. So we've got that in there, and then we'll do another one. And maybe this is copper. Order 3. And that's just the order in which they appear in that drop down. So that's what the order refers to. And if we hit save, we now have those different attributes there. Okay? So we've created a product attribute group, and we've created attributes within that group. Okay? So now if we went back to products and we looked at attribute groups, we should see our customization right there. So it's the third one in, and if we click on edit, we will see then the various types of customization. So we'll see the individual attributes associated with that group. So that's the first thing you need to do when dealing with attributes. The second, or the next step that we need to look at, is tying those attributes to the product. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go into the product. We're going to go to find a product from the products dropdown. And in this case, I'm going to be working with that stainless steel mug on the home page. So I'm going to key in the product code that I wrote down earlier. And this is our unique identifier code. You could either search the supplier code or use keywords here as well. So we have this mug, and I'm going to click on the details, which opens up the product details for me to take a look at. And the reason being is I'm now going to edit the product details. So if I go into edit product details, under pricing, I'm able to add my product attribute to this particular item. So you need to find the item that you want to apply that attribute to, go into that item, click on the details, and then click on edit. Once you're in the edit area of the product, it's under pricing. And about halfway down, you're going to see this add product attribute. If I click on this button, this is going to provide me the drop down of all the available groups, attribute groups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here, I'm going to choose customization, and I'm going to choose stainless steel, so select. Now again, if I wanted to put a cost associated with that attribute, I could do that. But I'm going to add another one. I'm going to now add the customization. I'm going to now add gold plated for all those fancy coffee drinkers out there. And then we'll add the next one here, customization. And then the last one we have is that copper. And we can select that. So what I've done is I've manually brought in one by one those attributes onto this specific product. Once I've done that, and as I mentioned, if I wanted to put additional costs associated, I could. I'm going to come down to the very bottom and I'm going to save this product. It's just taking a little bit of time here. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've added those attributes to this specific product. So now if I go back to the front end of the site and I click on this product, we should see the ability to choose those additional attributes when checking out. So what we'll do now is we're going to go back to the home and we're going to view the site. And I'm going to scroll down here and I'm going to find that mug. So if I click on that mug, okay, and what I can do is I can now choose the details or the quantity of the mug. But as you can see already, the attribute group is showing. So when I'm selecting this mug, I can now choose the attribute that I want. So if we go ahead and we choose a stainless steel mug and we order, 150 of those, I hit next. I can choose the imprint. I'll just do a one color. I could choose the color that I want, maybe black. And I hit next. Here's my attributes. So I can choose now which selection I want to apply to that mug. So maybe I want it to have the copper. I can choose that. Hit next. And I could upload the artwork. And at this point, I can just add to cart. And if I view my cart, it will summarize what I've selected. And you'll see those attributes being pulled completely through the order processing. So from a distributor side of things, when you're taking a look at the order, it will have those in the details of the order. You can see that already here under the summary. So you can see that the product attributes, it's customization, and it's copper. So again, you can use product attributes for several different things. A lot of people they have multiple logos. They'll display those logos and have the various options, option 1, 2, or 3. So that's another way in which you can use attributes. But they are becoming very popular because you want to give your customers that additional selection that upon checkout. So that's how you would do it in our system, is create those attribute groups and the attributes for those products. So what I'm going to do is take some questions at this point. I don't see any questions. Okay, well, I do welcome you to attend other webinars we have coming up. We have quite a few next week. So please log on to our training site and sign up for any of those webinars. As I mentioned, this webinar was recorded, so we'll get it up onto our site in the next few weeks so that you can view it if you have any questions. Also, we have a support team to help you, so please feel free to call them. Thank you again and enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.